Hey guys, thanks for joining me today at My Muscle Meditation. So today what I want to do is I want to show you my favorite macro and micro counting app. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
All right, guys, so on the bottom right-hand corner is the app. The app's name is Chronometer, and let me show you why it is so great, and it is my favorite macro and micro counting app. Excellent for putting on muscle and burning fat. So today I've just had my first meal, as you can see. Let's go to yesterday. So yesterday was a pretty high calorie day, as you can see, 3,200 calories. My first meal was oats, eggs, kefir, honey, raisins, half and half. That is my pre-workout meal. And then what I do is I actually make this custom line. You can see it's just T with the dots that separates my meals. That way I don't have to pay for the upgraded version, and I can just kind of get an idea when I ate what. You can add foods to this. It's super easy by hitting the plus sign. So let me just show you how simple this is. So I hit the plus sign, hit add food, T, which is going to come up automatically because it's like my most recent. Then hit add the diary, and boom, there it is. So now I'm just going to show you. So like eggs, and as you can see, these are my most common ones. So even a complicated meal, like if you go on my video with the easiest and best meal prep, you'll see that it has a lot of ingredients in it, but it has like 8 or 9 ingredients. So this is how I do it. So eggs, and then you switch to 1. Let's go ahead and broccoli, 0.7 cups, boom. And let's see, we have Bragg's nutritional yeast. We've got spinach, so you can just go in there, and spinach 2 cups, and then plus, and then Brussels sprouts, and I'll stop in just a minute here for you, but 8 Brussels sprouts. I'll put 4. So you can get an idea. Now I've just logged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. Most of them were saved in my favorites because I use them consistently, and so it's super easy. So let's just give you an example here. So if I go to, let's say broccoli, you can actually drop down the serving size and look at this. If you don't have cups, you can measure it out with a scale. If you don't have a scale, you can use tablespoons. There's so many ways to measure your food in this app. And then if you look down here where it says 36 calories, you can see 77 listed nutrients. If you're trying to find food that's within the app, and you see 77 listed nutrients, you know that that's got a good profile for vitamins and minerals. And each food, if you go down, you can see what I like to look at is the vitamins and the minerals. So if you go to my best and easiest meal prep video, that's basically built around micronutrition, because you can always, manage your macros pretty easily by adding food or taking away food. But one thing that's hard to manage is your micronutrition. And I'm a huge fan of getting all of your nutrition from food, not necessarily from supplements. I do use supplements, but they supplement the diet. The diet and the real food is the main source of nutrition. So, this is a really great app. It shows you your lipid profile and your protein. And so this is just one ingredient. This is on broccoli. But let me go ahead back here, and you could just delete them just like this. And so I'm going to delete them so that you can see what my actual macros were for yesterday. And like I said, yesterday was a pretty high calorie day. I probably overate a little bit by like 200 or 300 calories, but whatever. So if you click on the top here, and just slide over, you can get a little synopsis of what's going on. Okay, so 3,200 calories approximately, 202 grams of protein, 373 carb, 103 grams of fat. And then you can actually click on this and get a daily report. It will show you exactly what you consume. So I like to look at the vitamins. Look at how I max this out. For instance, the B6, B12. A lot of people probably are not B12 deficient, unless you have a problem absorbing nutrition. So that's going to come down to healing your digestive system. You can look in my video on cortisol for some tips with that. Check this out. So one thing I like about this app is that you can actually click on the individual vitamins and minerals. For instance, let's click on vitamin E because it looks like I didn't max out the recommended daily amount of 15 milligrams. So vitamin E, boom. Now, the majority of the vitamin E came from eggs, broccoli, and spinach. So depending on my macros, I may want to increase my eggs or broccoli or spinach to get more vitamin E. Maybe I want to add another food that is high in vitamin E but is low calorie, like sunflower seeds, and then down to minerals. So as you can see, it just shows you everything that I got yesterday. Now, for just food, I got a ton of magnesium, potassium, and zinc. And zinc and magnesium are really important for promoting high levels of testosterone, especially if you're natural. This is really important, and since this is what my channel is all about, it's all going to be, strategically ways to boost your testosterone naturally. So magnesium, as you can see, huge. Zinc, 31 milligrams, huge. And then potassium. Potassium and sodium are going to be really important things for you to boost your, build muscle and recover. And as you can see, just from the food alone, 8,800 or 8,900 milligrams potassium, nearly double the amount of the recommended dose, which is 4,700 milligrams. And if I click on potassium, you can see that the majority of it actually came from potatoes. Some of you might have thought it was the vegetables. And then spinach, Brussels sprouts, and then way down on the list is broccoli. But as you can see, potatoes are full of potassium, and that's why I'm a huge, huge fan of potatoes. Down here, some carbs, and then check this out, lipids. So this omega-3, I measure my fish oil on here. You can see that I got a lot. And again, my favorite fats are olive oil, fish oil, and then the fat from beef and the fat from egg yolks. Those are going to be the absolute best fats that you can consume for natural bodybuilding and muscle building. Protein, check it out. So here we go. What I like to look at the protein is going to be your BCAAs, your branched chain amino acids, isoleucine, leucine, and valine. Those are the basic building blocks of muscle, and the most important is obviously leucine. So you can click on leucine, and you can see that the majority of the leucine actually came from eggs. So eggs are a huge source of leucine. So this is going to really help you learn your micro and macro nutrition, which is crucial for building a strategy for natural muscle building. And it helps you keep track. So let's go back here. And you can see I put the little T in just to divide the meals. This helps as a accountability partner, basically. Because, if you're using a micro and macro app efficiently and you're using it every day, it's going to really motivate you to eat clean, because you know that if you have that cheesecake or whatever, wings or whatever bad food that you have to log it. And it also is going to encourage you not to eat out. I hardly ever eat out, and you also save a lot of money that way. So this app is really, really great. Chronometer, I highly recommend it. I'm not sponsored by them, but I have recommended it to a couple of my friends and family, and they've been able to get some really great results. So I appreciate you guys joining me today. And if you felt this content was of value, please consider subscribing and like the video. And I will bring you a lot more value in the future with more videos. Thanks very much for tuning into Mind Muscle Meditation, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.